Hey guys, Travis Gillespie, and in this last chapter, we've been discussing collecting, displaying, and analyzing data. The last couple sections been talking about central tendency and variability. So measures of central tendency and variability. Um, Now we're going to move forward to displaying data. You know, there are lots of ways that you can visualize data or analyze it, and we're going to look at a few different ones. The first is, in this example, bar graphs. And bar graphs are used to display or group information, data, into categories. So the following are the ages when a randomly chosen group of 20 teenagers receive their driver's license. So I'm just going to write the list here. 18, 17, 16, 16, 17, comma there. And let's just say 16 here. Well, you know, I see a bunch of numbers here, but it's not really telling me much. So what we're going to do is let's break it up and put it into a frequency table. So I'm going to put a box in, cool, and just throw a line right down the middle of that guy there. I'm going to break this into 5 sections. Now, in reality, you technically don't know how many sections you need to break it up into. I counted ahead of time. And the thing that you need to do, just so you know the, the way of designing your frequency table, is to go through the list and count find the smallest value and the largest value. You need to know that range. And then from there, you can know how many cells or columns you need. So this first is just my label. So I'm going to call this my not my frequency. This is going to be my category. And this is the age that a driver's license was received. And then the one below will actually be the frequency. Okay, and like I was saying before, you need to know that range of the smallest and largest values. And well, it looks like 16 is going to be my smallest value, so that's going to be the first value I put in my first cell here. And then my largest value, it looks like it's 18. So you can see why I have these 4 columns, because I'm going to move up to 18 in each cell, just add a new number. I said 18, I meant 19. 19 is the largest value. Again, I counted ahead of time just so I would be able to make this table faster. So now the next goal is to count how many times each value occurs. And that's what a frequency is. It tells you how many times each value occurs. So let's start with 16 here. I'm going to grab a new color. Maybe something that'll stand out different than yellow, just so I know how many to count. And we're going to start with 16. So I'm going to just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this occurs 10 times. I'm just making sure I haven't missed any. Yep. So this occurs 10 times. Okay. And now the next step is to say, okay, how many times does 17 occur? Well, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times about. Or maybe not about, but exactly. Now 18, do the same thing. 1 and 2 and 3. And finally 19. Oh, let's say 1 and 2. Okay, so now it's making more sense. I can um, see the list in order here, and I still want to get it into a graph. And again, the graph I'm going to use is a line bar graph, and the reason for that is because, again, it helps me to put data that can be grouped into categories in a graph. A better way of thinking about that is I can display the data on a graph that can be grouped in categories. Okay, let's see here. So what I'm going to want to do is say, okay, it's going to be my first area, my second area, third and fourth. I'm just labeling my graph right now, setting it up. Scroll down some, say 16, these again, 17. My X, or the bottom here, is going to be the age. I'll label it age. Along the edge here, we'll do, hey, this guy's going to be 0 here. And, well, the highest frequency is 10, so I'm just going to go up to 12. So somewhere in the middle, I'll be at 6. Somewhere in between here. Somewhere in between here, I'll have 9 and 3. So these are my different values for the frequency. And let's see if I can put frequency in there. I probably can't fit it in all the way, so if I can't, I'm at least going to put a capital F. And it looks like it's going to fit frequency. Okay, so from here, let's grab this box, and I'm going to display my age license received for 16, age 16, and that is 10. So now what I want to do, okay, go ahead and plot this guy here, and he's about 10, so halfway, a little bit less than halfway, so we're going to put him right about there. And if I change his color, I'll do it one more time here. There we go. I'll just fill him in. Moving on to the next shape. And a new color. This guy occurred 17 at age 17. 4 people received their license. Now, does that say that 4 people in the United States received their license? No, this was in a group randomly selected. So within that group, only 4 people received their license at the age of 17. Alright, and this even occurred less, so this actually occurred right at 3. That one's easy to plot. And finally, moving on to another color, and box the last guy, occurred 2 times. So now the data, I have a good visual representation of the data, and it's displayed up in front of me, and now it makes a lot of sense. I can see that, hey, you know what? At age 16, the majority of people receive their license at age 16, and then, not too many people receive their license at 17, 18, and 19 when compared to age 16. So you can see lots of structure analyzing the data in this particular graph.